my friends, Ryder here. Alright, so I don't normally do this, but I am actually coming back today and making a follow-up video to my last video. Even though we did pretty good, I went 4-1, we took down Mysidia. I felt like the team wasn't really quite tweaked to its full potential, and so I kept playing around with it. This is like literally my favorite thing about War of the Visions. It's team building and tweaking these teams to as close to perfection as you can get. And I think that, you know, although that's still hard to make like a perfect team, I think this team has definitely come a long way. I wanted to draw out more of Shadow Lynx's potential. She is a tougher character to use. She has lower damage. You know, she can hit very high accuracy points, but it comes at a cost. But I think that I've been able to tweak this in a way that it works out pretty well. So I'm going to show you guys basically what I've done here. For Sephiroth, I've gone back and forth on using Lone Hero instead of Self-Sacrifice here, because when he's on Self-Sacrifice, he can basically one-shot Pissarro or Valentine Ildira basically anytime. But if he's on Self-Sacrifice, he stays closer to the group. They're in a lot more range for Yuffie's big AoE, so it becomes trickier. So to just run through his basic build right here, kind of crazy. Sephiroth sitting at basically 12k HP. He's got 110 agility, 500 dexterity, 420 luck, 1400 attack, 13 defense, 4 spirit. His back end attack type resistances are 37 slash, 32 pierce, 32 missile, 10 magic, -5 to strike, and pretty good elemental resistances across the board. I'm running him HP and attack upset bonus stones, so he is looking pretty good. I'm actually running him without his Masamune and Waiting buff. I'm running him with bells and his barrier. I'm running him with bells, which is actually a new addition to this because I was running him with the iron body buff from Pugilist, but sometimes if Yuffie can get out far enough right at the beginning, he won't get off his barrier. And it's not so much the barrier that is the tricky part, but the AP restore. So at least with bells, I have that extra AP, which is very, very, very good for him to have AP if he's out on the battlefield. So that's why I'm kind of doing that, but I haven't actually tested it, so we'll have to see how it goes. Going into Lucia, she's sitting at 9.2k HP, 97 agility, 466 dexterity, 370 luck, 1420 magic, 31 defense, 37 spirit, so pretty good. 12 slash, 10 pierce, 22 missile, 33 magic, -5 to strike, and decent elemental resistances right here. I am running her HP and agility stones with the Valentine Ildira TMR, so she's looking pretty good. And last but not least, Shadow Lynx, who took the most tweaking of them all, is sitting at around 9k HP, 111 agility, 493 dexterity, 390 luck, 1430 attack, 22 defense, 7 spirit. She has 17 slash, 10 pierce, 27 missile, 27 magic, -10 to strike, and decent elemental resistances as well. I'm running the Pissarro's Battleware with the defense and agility stones. I was running accuracy stones, but it lowered her agility, and I kind of want her to be as fast as possible. I want her to get off 2 buffs. The ideal point for Shadow Lynx is to get off the hate down, and then to get off nose for the hunt, which is going to give her, based on the fact that I have 155 accuracy. I could have 172, but she loses a lot of agility. But if I get off nose for the hunt, she's going to be at 215 accuracy, which is pretty damn insane. So I'm good with that. Another thing I did is I turned off her long-range missile attacks. I turned this off. I turned off Maddening Arrow. Clean Piercer is off. I don't want her doing those. I don't want her getting pulled out unless she absolutely has to. I did leave on Ending Axle, but this is a Pierce attack, and I'm fine with that. Stance of the Bellflower is off, Dance of the Violet is off. So this is my current build for these characters, and I'm going to show you guys kind of how it works right here. It looks like I'm just going to go for the very first Yuffie team. It looks like Yuffie, Valentine's Ildira, and Pissarro. As you can see, we're basically down into like the rank 30s now, so this is pretty high in arena. These teams are, everyone is pretty dang tweaked, so they are difficult. You know, I'm pulling about a 80 to 90% win rate, so I'm hoping to go 5-0 right now, but it really just depends. Yuffie on her placement in the map, where she starts, And you guys know how I am. I'm not that kind of player who's gonna like try and put my Sephiroth in formation 1 and then put him into formation 3. I want to just make a team and see how it goes. So right here, Sephiroth used bells and Yuffie ran out. So he's not going to get off his barrier, but at least he has the AP regen. Okay, you see right there that Shadow Lynx was able to hit Pissarro, and she actually got pulled out without even getting off nose for the hunt, which is not ideal. So this enemy right here is not the ideal enemy for us. Or at least the setup is not exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so here's Sephiroth. He's going to go for Octaslash right here. I don't know if Yuffie actually got off her buff. She did not get off her buff. So looks like Lucia is going to use her TMR right here. She's going to run forward. Shadow Lynx is going to go for the hit on Pissarro. Not quite enough to kill him. If she would have gotten off her second buff, she would have had more AP, which takes care of that problem. Okay, here's Sephiroth, and here we go. He's got 130 AP. He doesn't have the barrier, but it's totally fine. Here comes Lucia. She's going to finish off Pissarro. Now we just have Valentine Ildira to deal with right here. She's going to get off her limit break. It has a pretty big AoE. It should hit both of them, but it shouldn't kill either of them. Okay, it does give them a CT down, so she is going to go again. Okay, so she's going to take down Lucia right there. So she's definitely looking pretty dang good. Here comes Sephiroth. He's going to go after her. Oh, she does survive. She might actually take this. Oh, even without his barrier, he's looking super good. And he takes her down barely. Barely. Okay, so we're going to take the first fight. That was a fun one, but I'm not going to lie. That was a bit intense. Okay, so let's see what else we can find. There are some nasty Megamons up here. As I was saying in the first video, okay, here's one right here. A rank 1, level 102 Megamon, level 102 Helena, and no name whatsoever. I don't know, I've been hearing some things about possible cheaters in the game. I know that there have been some in Arena. Okay, so here's one. I haven't actually fought a team with Setia, so I am interested to see this. Alright, so let's go into this battle. A player reached out to me today talking about a potential cheating guild. That guild goes by the name Team SG, and sent me some interesting information and what's the word called, evidence regarding some of that. For example, they haven't lost a battle since January 7th. They have a single character that'll pull 9 stars in matches every single time. I know it's a little bit off topic, but if you guys know anything about this Team SG, if you guys have fought this guild and you guys are experiencing some strange things, I think it would be a good idea to kind of blow it up and get the word out, and hopefully Gumi will do something about it, because if there's a way that guilds are cheating, that's absolute fucking bullshit in my opinion, and that needs to be stopped immediately. That is just not okay. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys have heard anything about this. I'm super curious, but I guess I'll just leave it at that and we'll just see. Alright, so going back to this fight right here. Whew, that Megamon goes down. Here comes Shadow Lynx. Okay, so she's going to take that hit. It's kind of strange that Yuffie didn't take any damage from Ending Axle right there, but I'm pretty sure that Ending Axle is not guaranteed hit. Okay, so she did take damage from that right there, but as you can see, Shadow Lynx is hitting her. Sephiroth isn't, at least right there. Okay, looking good. Okay, there you go. Alright, that is the second fight. For me with Shadow Lynx, I just want her to be as fast as possible, to have as high accuracy as possible, but then to also balance her defensive build, because it's easy to make her kind of glass cannon-y, and then even when she is kind of like a glass cannon, she doesn't hit super hard, so kind of got to balance her DPS, you have to balance her defensive capabilities, and then her accuracy and her agility. It's a lot to kind of take in, but it is doable. Okay, so here's another player right here. This is going to be, I think, the strongest team, Megamont, Pissarro, and Yuffie. So we'll go for this for our third fight. But it is looking good so far. We're creeping down to rank 30. I think we started at rank 34. As you guys can see, it gets harder and harder to get down in the in the ranks at this level. But it is super fun to be able to fight these teams, especially right now. I'm pretty curious how it's going to be when Fire gets their new map, especially with Hyo. Like, Fire's map this coming week is going to be insane. Okay, so there goes Yuffie. She goes for the Wutai Dash. There goes Megamont. Okay, so we're going to get off the Haste and the Hate down with Shadow Links right here. We're going to get off Bells with Sephiroth. Lucia is going to use Spell Fortification, AoE buff, defense buff, and the physical shield for herself. Monte is going to use Proclamation. Okay, Shadow Links is going to get off Nose for the Hunt right here. Literally perfect setup. Yuffie's going to run out. She's going to use Brumal Form. This is actually perfect. Sephiroth is going to get off Barrier. They're kind of separated. I've thought about taking off Ildira's... Ooh, Shadow Links was just out of range. Not ideal. Hopefully Yuffie can't take her down. Okay, so she goes for Sephiroth. So she removed the AP auto restore right there. But we still have Barrier. Okay, Break Pierce. Pissarro has Courage. Here comes Lucia. She goes for the Toad on Megamont, and he is toaded. Okay, it looks like Pissarro is going to take down... Oh, he could have taken down Shadow Links, but he didn't. Sephiroth is going to go for Megamont. Megamont standing on this side, that was very, very lucky of their AI. I'm not going to lie. The fact that he ran over there was super, super, super good for them. If Yuffie still has her block up, it's over. If she doesn't, we win. Oh, she still had the block. Mont with the Toad AI movement right there. I'm not even upset about that. That was solid. I think that we needed one more turn on Yuffie's guaranteed hit block, and we would have had that, but that's the thing with these little maps, is that the characters can get kind of bunched up. We got all of the buffs off at the beginning. That was super solid, but I'm not used to Fire being so far back right at the beginning. So the fact that like Shadow Links got both buffs off and then still wasn't in range, extremely rare, I will say. Okay. Alright, here we have Wiz. Oh, this is rank 120s. I know Wiz is a strong player. He's got the Throne Seeker title. I have this title too. You get this title from competing in the what's it called? The War of the Visions PvP tournament. Dang, I was so bummed on that. I almost had Kiwi. I'm gonna get him next time though. I'm gunning for that rematch. When I went into that battle in the PvP tournament, I made the mistake of not choosing my strongest team for my first fight. I thought that I would save it just in case I didn't want like that team to get showcased right off the bat. And I learned a valuable lesson that day. I learned that when you go into something, you should give it your all right out the gates. So I'm grateful for the experience. I learned my lesson, and next time I go into that tournament, I'm going in full force. Normally I build about 10 teams. Next time I'm just going to take my master team just from the get-go, and I'm just going to frickin' go for it. Okay, so Shadow Link's right here. Okay, so we're getting off all the buffs, looking pretty good. Valentine and Ildira is going to get pulled out. Shadow Link's got immobilized. Here comes Megamon. It looks like she will get off at least an AoE hit. Here comes Sephiroth with the barrier. Yuffie with Bloodbath. She's going to take off the barrier with her multi-hit limit break. Here comes Lucia. Okay. Ending Axel is going to take down Ildira. She's going to get a little bit of an AP regen. She's going to survive Mont's hit right here. We'll see what Yuffie does. Okay, so Yuffie's almost going to take them down. I think like Sephiroth will probably take down Mont right here, potentially. No, not even close. Okay, so the fact that Mont is so far away from Yuffie is pretty terrifying, and I think that Yuffie's like literally on her last leg. Okay, so Sephiroth right here, he's going to use Shadow Flare. Okay, so Mont is finally going to go down. Oh, Yuffie's out of AP. Okay, so that was lucky. Lucy is going to go for the unhappy ending. Not bad, considering that Yuffie and that Mont were only 120. I mean, like, we know that Wiz is a good player, so, I mean, that's why I went after that team. So I imagine that at 140 with some reincarnations, that team would have pretty much dominated that fight, I'm guessing. Alright, so we have one fight left. Who is this? Blaireau. I think we fought this team. Oh, looks like... I can't remember. I know we fought a team like this team. There's Wiz again. Carbon Cloud. Those are all 120s. Did these have 140s? Oh yeah, double 140s. Alright, so we're going to go for this. If this is the team from earlier, I can't quite remember. I feel like it's not, since it's at the lower end of the thing. But if it is, then it is what it is. But pretty excited to show you guys this team. Yeah, I'm curious, what do you guys think? Have you guys been trying to take down the fire meta? Are you using water? I know it might be hard right now to fight them in the higher ranks if you don't have the right bonus things. That can be the tricky part. But I do enjoy a challenge, and I'm definitely going to be enjoying taking on Kyo when he comes out. I really, really, really hope that he is not limited. A whole run of limiteds back to back to back would be really brutal. And I am hoping for a Vizback banner. I think the Vizback banner is going to come on Winged Stern's banner, just because he was the unit that came out for like the new year. So I think there's a good chance of that happening. Plus, like, I imagine that Gumi wants to put out a Vizback banner after everyone's kind of drained all their Vizior, because then they're motivated to buy Vizior to get free Vizior. So, I mean, after the frickin' bump, geez, that hit from Setia was insane right there. Okay, so how is Yuffie blocking a hit that isn't a guaranteed hit? See, that's what I'm so super curious about. I'm going to check it after this fight, but I'm pretty sure ending Axel is not guaranteed hit. So, my question is... Okay, that was just absolute destruction. But overall, pretty good. I would say the team is pretty strong. That was definitely not the Setia team that we fought earlier. But it was still pretty fun. Alright, so I'm going to go in here. Let's go into Violet Angel, ending Axel. Okay, so this is what I don't understand. Multiple times I did this attack on Yuffie, and it did no damage. Right? This is not a guaranteed hit attack. This should not be getting blocked by her guaranteed hit null. So does does the pirate no, does Yuffie have some type of barrier that I'm not seeing? How is she getting these blocks off on these hits? It doesn't make any sense to me. Hopefully you guys know the answer. I hope you do, or maybe it's a glitch and I should have won some of those matches and then went undefeated. That would have been especially awesome, but I'm sure it's something little that I didn't notice that you guys will point out for me, as you usually do, which I always appreciate. So yeah, I just wanted to put out this video as a follow-up. I hope you guys enjoy it. I want to thank you guys for liking and commenting on the video. I always love to hear from you guys. It's a blast, and just say thank you for following the channel, subscribing, and, you know, to all of you who do. I appreciate you guys. It's been fun. I love War of the Visions. I love the game. I hate the company, let's just say. And yeah, so I'm glad to have you guys here with me on this journey. So that being said, it is super late. I stayed up late just tweaking this team to try and get it as good as possible. I'm going to get some sleep, and then go climbing sometime in the morning. So, that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.